One evening, we were sitting around the table with my dad, and he's the one who actually came up with the name T Classique.
Oh.
So the T stands for Thando.
Yes.
And we make classic pieces. And if you look at something I made in 2020 to something that we are currently making in 2026, it's totally different.
Yeah. There's so much potential in South Africa to do more manufacturing.
Yes.
Because we've got all the raw materials,
Yes.
and that needs to definitely be something that changes in the fashion industry.
There's days where days where I'm down and out.
Yeah.
But I think my family, most importantly, my husband, my son, those people are the people that keep me going.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Powered Up Talk with me, Azal. I'm absolutely delighted to have you connecting with us today. We are going to have an empowering conversation with an empowering woman. Her name is Thando, and she is the founder of T Classique. Welcome, Thando.
Thank you so much, Isabel.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And can I just say, you look absolutely magnificent in that yellow. It is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And can you please tell the audience you made it?
Yeah, I made the dress.
So that's exactly who Thando is. She's a fashion designer, a fashion extraordinaire. She's an amazing woman. But tell us, who is Thando?
Thando is, so I am Thandolwethu Skosana. And Thando is a mother, a wife, and a businesswoman.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing fashion designing?
So I started fashion in 2014. Was quite frustrated with my corporate job, and and I started designing and became a fashion designer then.
So you resigned in corporate and you took that leap and you said, I'm doing this.
I mean, the frustration with me was that I wasn't getting the same feeling, with design as, doing accounting. Accounting was very frustrating for me.
I actually can't picture you doing accounting. I'm sorry.
I studied accounting. So accounting was very frustrating for me. And I was working for the Blue Bank at some point. And at that time, I felt very frustrated. And I started going to sewing classes, and
the rest is history.
Yeah, and this is me today.
Wow, and you make the most beautiful designs.
Thank you.
So what does the day in the life of Thando look like?
The day in my life, I love exercising, or I try to exercise as much as possible. So I am, 5 a.m. type of girly. So I'll go for a run in the morning, make lunch for my son to go to school. Then I'm off to work.
And what exactly does T Classique do? Give us a bit of an overview of what you guys do.
So before I give you the overview, I want to tell you why we named it T Classique.
Okay, yes, please do. Yes.
One evening, we were sitting around the table with my dad, and he's the one who actually came up with the name T Classique.
Oh.
So the T stands for Thando.
Yes.
And we make classic pieces. So that's how the name came about. And T Classique, we mainly do bridal wear. We are a fashion house. We do ready-to-wear as well. And that's what we do. But we ventured into homeware as well. So we've got T Classique Ready, and we've got T Classique Bridal, and we have T Classique Home.
So what does T Classique Home do? When you say homeware, is it like for your house?
For your house, yes.
Okay.
So your cushion covers, your curtains, your
I actually didn't know you do that.
We do that. I have slacked a little bit with the T Classique Home over the year.
Yeah.
But I'm building a team to take care of T Classique Home.
Awesome. That's amazing. And how is being in the fashion industry for you currently with all the Chinese competitors that is in the market?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. We don't make fast fashion. we make pieces that would last you for a lifetime. And it's difficult to compete. It's very difficult to compete. Their prices are lower than a piece that you get at T Classique, for example.
Yeah.
But for them, it's fast fashion.
Yeah.
You wear it today, tomorrow the stitches are off, you throw it away.
And you're going to look like a lot of other people.
You're going to look like millions and millions of people.
Yeah.
And as well, with our T Classique Ready-to-Wear, I mean, we've encountered counterfeits where someone will send us a picture to say that, did you see that one of your pieces has been duplicated?
No way.
Yes. So it's very difficult to compete with them. Very difficult.
That is, I can imagine, because obviously you putting in your heart and soul into this, and so quickly, and someone so easily replicates it at a fraction of the price. But what sets you apart? What would you say to someone when they come to you and like, I want this cheaper piece? What makes your design so unique?
I think with us, it's how we take care of our clients. The minute you walk into T Classique and the minute we interact with our clients, I think that sets us apart from a lot of other brands. I know that most designers, they don't meet the clients themselves. There's an assistant that meets the first-time buyers, for example. So with me, you book an appointment at T Classique and you basically come to me. You meet me in person.
I love that. And also for me, I must say, because I remember last year with my daughter's matric banquet, I got somebody else to do it. But anyway, it didn't work out. And 2 weeks, it wasn't even for the full 2 weeks before. I'm like, Thando, I need help. And you put together the most beautiful design for my daughter, and you made the experience so memorable for her. And I firsthand experienced just the excellence of your craftsmanship, the extra mile that you go for your clients, and just how amazing your work is. It really is. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So what do you do to continuously refine your skill, and what advice would you give to other up-and-coming designers?
I mean, at some point I was looking into actually going back to school, to actually have a piece of paper that says, I've got a degree in fashion. But unfortunately, things like those, I mean, life, takes a curve, and you're not able to do such things. But you learn from the people that walk into T Classique. I mean, you get interns that walk into T Classique and they teach you certain things. And they also take away certain things from me. I mean, a student that comes and has done a 4-year degree is coming with a skill that they learned in class. And that's valuable skills. So when someone like that comes through the doors of T Classique, I do learn a lot from interns, from people who have experience, who've worked in factories, clothing factories, for example. I learn a lot from those people. And with YouTube now, you go into YouTube, you are able to search, what exactly you want to learn.
And how to improve on it.
And how to improve on it. And I mean, if you look at something I made in 2020 to something that we are currently making in 2026, it's totally different.
Because times change, fashion changes, ways to do things change.
And you learn how to perfect a garment. You learn how to perfect a dress. You learn how to perfect a wedding gown, for example. Styles change. You need to learn, how the industry is working and how you can better yourself. So with the internet now, possibilities are endless.
That's good. I like what you said about learning from the students, because so oftentimes a lot of designers, especially when they've been in the industry for so many years, they gain a sense of arrogance, if you want to put it in that, like, you can't teach me anything, I know everything. But I think that's powerful, because you're talking about the humility and how you can learn even from the younger generation, because they come with their own creativity, they come with their own, new knowledge. And it's also that and I think that's for me also something that you constantly looking to evolve, constantly looking to grow. And that is beautiful, because that's why your business is growing, because you're open to it. You're open to learning and you're open to growing. What advice would you give to up-and-coming designers?
I think the best thing that you can do for yourself is get that fashion degree. I don't have a fashion degree. I'm a self-taught fashion designer.
Wow.
I mean, I went to school to go study accounting.
Sure.
But with me, I then took, short courses in sewing, in pattern making. But I think for up-and-coming designers, if you really want to crack it in the industry, go to school. Get that degree, get that national diploma, and, get into internships.
Learn as much as you possibly can.
When you're coming through someone's door,
Yeah.
that person is giving you an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
Learn how to run the business. A lot of us don't know how to run the fashion business. I mean, I'm sure you've seen on social media where designers disappoint people, for example. That's a skill that you need to learn. Yes. You need to learn. You need to learn that if you're then taking an order from a certain person, you need to fulfill that order and you need to do it on time.
Yes.
That's a skill that I think a lot of designers don't have. And they need to also, you sort of need to teach it to the younger fashion designers to say that when you are then establishing your own brand, learn how to treat customers, learn how to fulfill all the orders that you're taking. Don't now take orders because you're simply looking for money. I think fashion as well it's not about money. It's certainly not about money.
Yeah.
Today,
passion.
It's passion. It's purely passion.
Yeah.
Today you have the money, tomorrow you don't have it. You're running a business that needs, constant cash flow. You need to go buy materials, you need to go buy certain things. So you need to always, perfect yourself as well. I mean, if you're only starting in the industry right now, like tomorrow, for example, learn how to run a business or learn as much as possible where you are interning. Take the skill from that business and go perfect it with your own brand. Yeah.
That's great advice. And I like the fact that you spoke about the business part, because sometimes we take for granted the need for business acumen because you've got the talent.
Yes.
But talent alone is not going to bring success. You need to know how to start a business, number one, and how to grow it, how to maintain it. So that's really good advice there, because I think sometimes people are like, no, I can do this, and they miss that part of it. So that's great advice. What do you see the fashion industry change or navigating towards the future trends?
I'm not a trendy person.
Okay.
I love fashion.
We are classic, of course,
Yeah.
T Classique.
I love fashion, but I'm not a trendy person.
Yeah.
I'm not an everyday OTD type of designer. But in terms of where we are going in fashion, I believe that a lot of designers are coming from Africa.
Yeah.
Nigeria, South Africa. I mean, you can see with the other brands.
Yeah.
There's lots and lots of designers that are now coming up. I mean, Tebe Makuku, I didn't even know who Tebe Makuku was. I mean, this gentleman is doing amazing things. And with fashion, I think, don't follow the trends.
That's good.
Do what feels right to you.
Because trends change.
Yes, and they change very fast. They change very, very fast. So we are not a trendy brand.
Yeah.
I mean, we specialize in wedding gowns.
Yeah.
We do ready-to-wear. But if you look at our clothing, it's things that, I mean, we are targeting a woman from, 25 to like your 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
We are not, we are in a bracket somehow.
Yes. And I think that's good, because it speaks to knowing your target audience.
Yes.
It speaks to know what your brand is about, what your brand stands for, who your target audience is, and not trying to fit into everything, because then you lose your brand identity.
So even with the trends, yes, we do see the trends, but we don't follow the trends. I don't follow the trends.
Okay.
I do what feels right to me, and I do, we mainly design on what is good, what's going to fit a 25-year-old.
Yes.
We are targeting the working woman. We are targeting, young adults.
Yes, please make some suits for us. We want to see some suits coming from T Classique.
Guys, I'm working on the suit department. Tailoring is not my strong point, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thando, what motivates you every day to get up and keep going?
To be honest with you, there's days where days where I'm down and out.
Yeah.
But I think my family, most importantly, my husband, my son, those people are the people that keep me going. Those are the people that, motivate me to get up in the morning and want to be better. And, even my extended family, my mom, my sister, my cousins, they want to see me succeed.
Yeah.
So, they want to see the success of Thandolwethu.
Yes.
So I think in the back of my mind, that's something that it's always there. And when I wake up in the morning, I want to be successful.
Yeah.
I want to be that woman that, has made it in life, you can say.
Yeah. I love that because it also speaks to being grounded and having that safe space that you can, and a family that support you, encourage you, and help you to grow. What is like one of the most, I wouldn't say popular, but one of your most favorite designs that you've ever done?
Favorite design. So there's two. There's a dress that I've made in, it's a wedding gown. I've made this dress in 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
This was one of our most popular dress.
Okay.
The first lady that actually ordered the dress was a lady by the name of Soma.
Okay.
And we ran with that design from 2019 to probably 2022.
Wow.
Because it was so popular. The lace of the dress was this beautiful,
Send us a picture.
I will.
Yeah.
It was this beautiful plain lace, and you could do anything to it. We could add beads, we could add crystals to the lace, and that style became very popular. And I think I sold more than 10 of those dresses. And with our ready-to-wear, there's a black and white two-piece that I made, I think, around 2017. That dress trended and trended and trended, and people copied it. And I've got, I used to have inquiries on the dress, and it was one of our most popular dresses. Sure. This is, maybe around 2017. And people copied that dress so much. They tried to replicate the dress. They went to their own designers to try and replicate the dress. And I think I still have the dress up on my socials, Yeah. I think it's one of the profile pictures on my T Classique Ready. That dress, I think that dress made me a little bit famous. People started noticing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what has been the most amount of hours that you've spent on a dress?
With wedding gowns, takes hours. In the beginning, when I started T Classique, I was working on my own. So you can imagine if I had to do a dress from scratch, it would take me months to do it. And when I tell people that, please, guys, order your dresses 9 months in advance. This is like giving
Not 2 weeks in advance, like
No, this is like giving birth to a baby. You're carrying a baby for 9 months. We need to cook, the dress.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time for the dress to actually come to reality. I think a lot of brides think that, you order a dress today and tomorrow
we can buy it online.
Tomorrow the beadwork is on the dress. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to order dresses in advance, and it takes hours. I mean, I personally don't work on the dresses on a day-to-day basis. Some days we're doing machine work. Some days we're doing handwork. So it does take a lot of hours especially the wedding gowns.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can see it in the results. It looks absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And then just to be mentioned about Africa and fashion in Africa and the growth thereof, what would you like to see change in the narrative where fashion is concerned around Africa, even in textile desire, being locally manufactured?
You know, with Africa or South Africa, for example, there's certain things that you can't get in the country. You actually need to source them from China. I mean, simple things like when you want to put a name on a fabric, for example, the type of textile that you need to use sometimes is not available in South Africa.
So that's an opportunity to make it happen, yeah.
Yes, but it takes money to do such things.
Yeah.
You know, it takes lots of money. There's machines. I know now it's better now actually, because there's certain fabrics that now you can, you know, take to someone and they can actually sublimate them and make them into, you know, your own design, and you can have a roll of cloth that actually is for a brand, for example, T Classique. I mean, I would get raw materials. I think raw materials are the most important things.
And we've got so much raw materials in South Africa.
But some of them are, we get them in South Africa, but we need to buy them in China.
My point, and that's the thing, I think there's so much potential in South Africa to do more manufacturing.
Yes.
Because we've got all the raw materials, and that needs to definitely be something that changes in the fashion industry.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And just more investment into local manufacturing as opposed to importing our fabrics, and more support in growing the fashion industry.
Yes.
And that's definitely, I feel, something that needs to shift into the fashion industry.
But there's a lot of designers who are fighting for that right now. A lot of designers are actually fighting for that. And I think maybe in the next year or so, you'll find things that are made in South Africa.
And we want to see that. We want to really see more of that and less of people buying online from the other people. We won't name their names. Yes. But thank you so much, Thando, for sharing with us today. What are your closing remarks for our audience?
Closing remarks. If you're studying fashion, stay in school.
Yes.
Stay in school. If you're starting a new business, work hard. It's not an overnight success. It's not going to be an overnight success. You need to work on it. You need to perfect it. Today you'll get 1 client. Next week you'll get 10 clients. But it's a work in progress.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how can people connect with you?
So I am on all social media.
Yes.
And I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok.
Yes.
I'm on Facebook.
And it's all T Classique.
All T Classique. So we've got 3 pages. We've got T Classique Bridal Wear. And then we have T Classique Ready, which is the ready-to-wear page. And then we have T Classique Home.
Awesome. And they can shop online for the ready-to-wear.
Shop online, yes. We do have an online store for the ready-to-wear garments.
Okay.
And for the bridal wear, you do need to book an appointment. You do need to come in.
Yes.
You need to come and see the dresses.
Okay.
You need to touch the dresses. You need to fit as well.
And experience it, and you won't want to walk away after that.
Yes.
But thank you, Thando. Keep rising, keep shining. We love to see you grow. And thank you for making us women look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Powered Up Talk with me, Zal. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Powered Up Talk, and our Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.